Yo, what is up YouTube? I am Spiv, back with another video, and today I am bringing you guys a video on my thoughts of the new game mode Fracture. As everyone knows, this is Call of Duty's second, well, I wouldn't say Call of Duty, Treyarch or Black Ops 3's second introduced game mode. The first was Safeguard. I did not make a video on that because who doesn't like Safeguard, you know? So yeah, you guys know what the video is about. Before I start getting into my thoughts, I want to apologize in advance for the choppy gameplay. I don't know what happened. My capture card was just, I don't know, I have no clue what was going on with it. Also, this is not Fracture gameplay, unfortunately. I will have Fracture gameplay out. I'm not going to be talking about Fracture still, but I will have gameplay for that still. I'm trying to get better at the game mode, you know? So, anyways, let's get into the video, pretty much. So, over this past weekend, Treyarch turned on the double XP. Yeah, double XP for Fracture. As they normally have some kind of double XP or something on the weekends, but so it was only for Fracture, as I hope most people know. Fracture, I did my research on this. As you guys know, I've never played Halo before, I've never owned an Xbox before, but did some research. Fracture is not necessarily an original game mode. Fracture is like a game mode in Halo called Headhunter. Basically, you're killing your enemy, you're collecting whatever your enemy drops, but you have to take it to a certain location. It has a kill confirm feel to it, but to me it reminds me of kill confirm mixed with domination. You gotta grab the, I just call them diamonds, that's kind of what they look like to me, and then you take it to a certain location on the map. Also, in my research, I could not find whether or not in Headhunter the actual location of where you take the diamond or item moves or not, so I'm not quite sure about that. But anyways, like I said, it's not much of an original game mode. It is, but then it isn't. It's new to the Call of Duty world, and I find it as a cool game mode. There's things I like and there's things I don't like about it. So I'm gonna just get into the things that I like for now. This game, being that the capture point moves, it can make for a couple tense points, and the zone rotates, as well as, like, you got to make sure you're paying attention to the map rotation and the flow of how everything is moving. You actually have to watch spawn points. You don't necessarily have to remember the location of the capture point, but it's good to know it, because if you're looking at the clock, which would be under your mini map, it tells you when it's about to move. So say you get 5 fracture points or whatever, you know not to go to the fracture location that's at currently, you know to go to the next one. So it's good to know the next spot. Fracture is one of those modes where you can do whatever you like, to be honest. If you like objective play, you can be the quote-unquote scoop up man. If you're a pure offensive player, you run a Slayer class, or you can run a balance class to handle both sides of the coin with some support built in. So me personally, being that I'm new to it, I just go balance for now. And what I do to keep it balanced, for me at least, I'll run, I feel an assault rifle like a KN or the M8 or the Man of War is good. And to do the support wise, I just go with UAV and support streaks. At times I will pick up tags. If I'm not getting many kills, then I'll go get the diamonds or the tags, whatever you want to call it. I'll be calling it so many different things. Just be prepared for that now. Also, you can a good thing that is involved with this game mode is it's hard to explain, but you know, when you're playing a game and it's not always quiet. The game, it has a good flow to the game. That's what I'm trying to say. I could not find the words. Anyways, there's a great flow to it, and since the games tend to flow based around where the capture point is, I feel the best weapon type might change over the course of the game. Some points help facilitate the slower, more long-range weapons like LMGs or snipers. Others require you to have the speed to navigate around small rooms, tight corners, and that's where the fast SMGs and shotguns thrive. You guys know how much I hate those shotguns, but I'll give credit where credit is due. They can do work in this game mode. I've used the Breachy one time, and it was a game I went 35-2. Why didn't I record this game? I don't know. Probably because it was a shotgun and I didn't care to. Anyways, where was I? I was talking about the flow of the game. Anyways, that kind of variety in each game can vary more depending on the map. Like, for example, I played on Rift, which truthfully played right into my style of I like being an an assault rifle player who plays Overwatch. So basically, I'm killing everyone in the people's way that are trying to collect these diamonds or tags or whatever, fracture points, whatever. And I used the MA-A7. The next game was on Knockout, and using the MA-A7 was a lot trickier. That's one where using a faster weapon would have been the way to go. More than the other Slayer-based game modes, TDM, Free For All, and Kill Confirm, I think the map really can dictate the flow of the game. Now this brings me to a part of Fracture I wasn't really too crazy about. Overall, I would say Fracture works pretty well. Most importantly, it's fun, but it does have some issues that I saw so many times. The biggest being that even with the rotating capture zone, there's still a lot of camping. I didn't see it from the better plays I played against, but just about every game I played, there were a couple dots that always seemed to pop up around the zone, and they 9 times out of 10 were around corners, and that doesn't really, that makes for a lot of raging. Camping is one of those problems that never will go away in Call of Duty, Destiny, Overwatch, things like that. The list goes on and on in first-person shooters. That was a whole idea behind Kill Confirmed originally, to push players to be forced to score after they get that kill, you know. You can argue that the effectiveness across the whole player base with that, but I know I find myself rushing for those tags and having to stop myself when I switch back to TDM or Free For All. Fracture also takes the idea and adds in the extra layer needed to score the zone again, all to try and keep camping at a minimum. The problem is that instead of traditional camping, you get poaching. These people set up at the capture point and pop you as you move in to score. It's not necessarily effective if you're paying attention, but a good grenade, rocket, C4 pack will take care of most poachers, as well a lot of score streaks. It's one of those things that you just have to deal with and know that they'll probably be going on when you spawn into the game. The other big trend I kept seeing was the prevalence of SMGs regardless of the map and capture point. This is one of those things that I've seen creep up in the overall Black Ops 3 game since I've been back. They remind me of shotguns in Black Ops 2. The Kuda, VMP, and Vesper are all crazy good guns, I think. And they really can't be touched time to kill wise in a lot of situations. It's so late in Black Ops 3's lifespan that I don't see any big changes coming in the way of that, but I still think the VMP still needs to have a little bit of a nerf on it, but that's just me. My last minor complaint, which will round out this video, is with Fracture. I just feel the score is still a bit too low. It started at 60, it bumped it up to 75, but I still find the game's going pretty fast. Maybe bump it up to 85. I'm not sure. I might be the only one where the games seem to be going slow. It could be just me, but yeah. So that's all I really have for this. Fracture is one of those things that Treyarch does well. They keep supporting the game deep into its lifespan with some unique ways. It wasn't too long ago they added in the contracts as a way to earn extra crypto keys, which is I applaud Treyarch for that. You guys got big ups to Vanaha and the crew for that one. It's one thing to bring out DLC map packs, but we've seen from Activision's first-person shooter developers with Black Ops and Destiny is that they're willing to add in a little extra, and it helps keep the games fresh, even though it's coming towards the end. So that's all I have on this take. If you guys feel any type of way about Fracture that I've not mentioned in this video, please leave down in the comment section below. I will answer you. Trust me, I will answer you. If you like this video, please leave a like. Remember to comment. Follow me on Twitter. I don't really care about Instagram. Nobody gets on there anymore. But yeah, that's all I have for you. This is I Am Spiff, and I am out.